The smell of a Memorial Day barbecue is always a hit. But for many, the cost this year is not.
Explain to me how $300 worth of groceries gets you basically nothing now.
A new report analyzing the prices of some popular food brands found the total for a classic barbecue has increased by nearly 10%, almost triple last year's jump. Beef hot dogs are up more than 18%. Fresh ground beef has spiked nearly 15%. And barbecue sauce will cost you almost 12% more. All that has helped send consumer sentiment to a new record low in May.
The consumer is very nervous and really watching every penny, and the worst is yet to come.
Phil Lempert of supermarketguru.com says the main reason is the war in Iran.
Number one is the price of diesel, because all of our food, whether it's imported or whether it's domestic, travels by truck to our supermarket. Then we've got the fertilizer problem. Those prices are up. So if you're going to have that barbecue and you want corn on the cob, you're going to pay twice as much for it.
For shoppers needing to stretch each dollar, Lempert suggests swapping name brands for store brands, buying frozen instead of fresh, and always have a game plan.
Have that shopping list when you go into the store. Make sure that you're really thinking about what you're going to be serving at that barbecue and portion it out.
While overall retail spending remains healthy, that's really driven by higher gas prices. And as for what you can expect to pay for your groceries this summer, unfortunately, as long as the Strait of Hormuz is shut, those prices are expected to continue to go up. Tony.
All right, Joe Ling, thank you very much. It's a Barbie camper of sorts designed by the guy driving it there, 30-year-old Molly Hightower, a handyman not far from Atlanta. He says he started with a go-kart base and the engine from an old power washer, and what he got is maybe the ultimate answer to higher gas prices.
Gas is getting too high, so I got to do what I can. I can't do my regular cars. I got to do my little mini cars. So if I can get $1 on pump 6. Thank you.
Yes, $1. That little mini car, as he calls it, cost all of $3 to fill up entirely, compared to about $60 for his real car, a minivan. And while he can't pick up the kids in the mini car, he did install a rack for groceries. And as long as he stays off the highway, he says the local cops have been understanding. Oh, and yes, he says this is for real.
Gas has always been an issue. It go up, it goes down, things like that. But this time is when I'm actually starting to feel it.
And there it is. Maybe not the Barbie Dreammobile, but at $3 a tank, pretty close to a dream.
Filling up in Killeen, Texas, on average, gas is $1.28 a gallon more than it was a year ago. For Charles Rice, that's about $90 extra a month to fill up his truck.
$3.96 instead of $4.12 or $4.20, so that's what brought me in here today.
Here is Casey's General Stores. It's the nation's third largest convenience store with nearly 3,000 locations across 19 states, making Memorial Day weekend almost like it's Christmas. Store visits are expected to jump 20%. CEO Darren Rebellas.
Well, it's the kickoff of our 100 days of summer.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
2/3 of Casey's locations are in towns of 20,000 people or less.
Are you seeing impacts from the higher prices of fuel?
The consumer's been hanging in there, and we tend to price our fuel at the lower end.
Y'all have a good one. You too. Thank you.
And consumers are making some trade-offs. Casey's self-branded snacks sell for about $1 less than national brands, and sales are up.
People normally want things that are going to be a little bit more affordable, especially when you have kids that want to pick up different snacks.
Have you started to see any change in consumer behavior? Because Domino's, Chipotle, Applebee's all said they saw softening, which they're attributing to higher gas prices.
When we get into times like this where, budgets are stretched a little bit, we're viewed as a better value option. A lot of folks will come to us because we're a more affordable option.
To the extent that pizza is reflective of the U.S. economy, Casey's is the 5th largest pizza seller in the U.S., priced a few dollars below their competition. So when they talk about value, it's people coming here to save money instead of eating out elsewhere, Tony.
All right, Chris, enjoy that pizza. Thank you very much.
And with gas prices up, more people are relying on mass transit. CBS's Tim McNicholas is in New York City and following that part of the story tonight. Tim.
Good evening, Derica. The Long Island Railroad may be idled by a strike, but passenger trains and bus lines across the country say ridership is up. And they say higher prices at the pump is one big reason why. Transportation hubs like Union Station in Washington, D.C. are even busier than usual lately. The railroad giant Amtrak reports a 5% increase in passengers in March compared to a year ago.
Instead of getting a rental car and driving to D.C., I decided to take the train. It was a lot easier to take the train and save a few bucks.
Gas prices are up more than 50% since the war with Iran began, as driving Americans out of their cars and on to public transit.
I filled my tank up last week. It was $55 to fill it up. That's the first time I've ever spent that much on my vehicle.
In a lot of the big cities in this country, the ridership of public transportation went way down after COVID. It's going to start ticking up. People are going to be frustrated. They're not going to want to drive as much.
And it's not just trains. The e-scooter and bike company Vio says it surveyed its riders in late March. 68% of respondents said they're replacing some car rides with e-scooters and bikes due to recent gas prices. Trailways, the largest network of bus companies in North America, also saw a 5% increase in March compared to last year.
And then we see April also up 9%. That's when we know it's not just natural growth. This is from the gas prices.
Trailways.com president Alex Berardi says long-distance travelers are also steering toward buses, with jet fuel prices pushing skyward and airfares up 15%.
People were booking last second a little bit more. We think that could be around the uncertainty in the travel market. People are looking and they're shocked by the prices and they're trying to figure out, how am I going to get there?
Transportation experts say gas prices could hit $5 per gallon by Memorial Day. Berardi tells us Trailways has added drivers and is looking to buy more buses to meet demand, but has not raised fares yet. Derica.
Tim McNicholas, thank you.
Families are flooding back to food pantries across the country. In Baldwin Park, California, dozens of cars lined up Wednesday for a food drive co-hosted by the LA Regional Food Bank. In Pittsburgh, a pantry A.J. Owen started out of his front yard last fall has expanded into a program that will stay open through the summer.
We're going to do this until we can feed all the kids this summer. Nobody's going hungry this summer in Pittsburgh.
Americans in neighborhoods large and small are pitching in. Prices are rising faster than paychecks now, for the first time in 3 years. Wissam Youssef, a father of 5, first turned to a food pantry in Carrollton, Texas when his wife was out of work a year ago.
I always pick up the healthy food. Like example for this, the lentil here.
But he's had to keep coming.
So to feed your family,
yes,
are you relying on a place like this now?
I could say 65%, yes.
65% of what you need is coming from a place like this?
Because at the end of the month, we kind of like now living check by check, you know what I mean?
Are you making difficult decisions right now at home on where you spend your money?
Of course, I have to look for the cheapest place now. Like sometimes I never used to go to Dollar Tree. Now I go to Dollar Tree.
This section used to have all of our canned meat.
Casey McMahon showed us the empty shelves that usually hold canned chicken or tuna, protein sources that are in high demand. The average family that used to need help for 8 to 12 weeks, he says, now needs it for closer to 7 or 8 months.
So you noticed people relying on you not just for a month at a time to get through, but
right,
a longer period of time.
Yeah, I think when folks think of food pantries, they think of an immediate crisis that brings someone to the doors. What we're seeing is a long-term crisis. Things are just not adding up at the end of the month.
During his 40 years in the restaurant business,
2 cheeseburgers.
Mark McGuire says he has never seen a time like the last 2 months.
Since the beginning of March is probably the craziest time I've seen in my entire career in the restaurant industry.
The craziest in your entire career?
Craziest. Outside of maybe the first 2 months of COVID.
He showed us his invoices, which now all include a fuel surcharge. Yep. The availability of wine, fish, and produce is in question daily, he says, and customers are ordering less.
People come in here, they order an entree, they may or may not order an adult beverage and or a soda, and that's it. They don't. My dessert sales used to be about 7%, now they're less than 1%.
Consumers across the country are now weighing where to spend their money.
My wages aren't rising, but my bills keep rising.
It's not supposed to be like this. It doesn't have to be like this.
Back in Dallas, McGuire is thinking about when he will have to raise menu prices.
If you're already seeing people pull back, I would think the last thing you want to do now is try to increase prices even more.
It's pretty scary. It's a pretty scary place to be for sure.